we start here, I just have to say it's been a bit unusual how all of this has unfolded. Getting in here, as one of the conditions of this recording, it was agreed upon that there would be anonymity, and although I wanted to speak publicly, you said that it would be required that both of us would be anonymous. Can you tell us a little bit about that? To start off with, why are you in disguise?
Well, I have the information available to me that I think has caused a lot of the disappearances of the 20 scientists, for example. Out of 200 colleagues, 20 of them have disappeared. I didn't want to be number 21, so unfortunately I have to disguise myself from certain agencies, shall we say.
But what exactly would cause somebody to want to harm you? Can you explain that? Why this level of protection?
Well, I've been to meetings above top secret, need to know U.S. Air Force, Department of Defense, different intelligence agencies meetings that has provided me with some information that perhaps others don't have. And I think possibly there's only around 200 people that have this information. And they, of course, are reluctant to come forth with it because they're not allowed to, number one. And number two, you see what happens to people that when they start talking. So I'm compelled to get this information out to the general public. There's a lot of speculation. And I've only got two caveats, two things I want to put out. It's not a lot of information, and I'd like to get started getting that out there.
What's the impetus? Why do you want to get this out there?
Well, I just want to get. I know this is difficult to understand, but I have this information. I want it to get out, and maybe it would get out later, maybe it won't. But it's just small pieces of the puzzle that's going to help people understand what's going on. You know, with these UAPs, and we're going to hear a lot of generalities with the aliens. And I just want to get this out. For example, let me go ahead and start on the two concepts that I want to get forwarded. And the first one is the UAPs, the way they are lighting up when you see them. They look like fireflies, for one thing. And the speed, we don't understand how the speed works, how they travel so fast. They're going from planet to planet, and they're traveling under the ocean at 200 miles per hour or faster. How are they doing that? Well, the way they're doing it is they're using a chemical called tritium. Are you familiar with tritium?
Tritium or trillium?
Tritium, Tritium. You can look that up on Google. What it is a radioactive material, and there's some of it on the Earth. It's more trace elements, and it is used in clocks and watches for them to light up in the dark. It's a very rare chemical. However, these UAPs are using it in abundance, as you can see. They're using it as a nuclear transportation is what it is. And they're using it to do all these things. We don't know how they're doing it. That's how they're doing it. That's the main thing I want to get across. That's how they're doing it. And that's the first thing. The second thing I want to get across, which is part of the puzzle, is how is it that we don't see these aliens? Why is it so hard for us to catch them on video and that type of thing? And some of that's coming forth, but what they're going to show you when these photos come out of aliens in the near future is it's going to be showing you aliens that have already deceased. They're already deceased aliens, and they're not able to mind control. But the ones that are alive will mind control. As we know, and as you can look up on any You can look this information up, but we already know that aliens can control your mind and your body. They can make a part of your body freeze. They can make all your body freeze. They can completely erase your memory. But one of the things that they do that hasn't come out is they're able to cloak. They're able to be invisible to humans, and as a result,
I just want to be sure I understand. You're saying cloak, C-L-O-A-K?
yes, they're cloaking. They are cloaking. They're invisible to humans, and we think there to be a lot more aliens around than than you can imagine. Let's just say, for example, the insectoids that that they're they're evolved from insects. We believe, live below the ocean floor on this earth, and there's the potential that there's billions of them. We don't know why they're here. We're not sure why they happen to love our earth, but that's what we believe is that there could be billions of them on earth right now that we just don't see. Now, I just wanted to get the information out that they're cloaking. What the thing is that the cloaking makes everything else make sense. You've seen the reports where people thought they saw them, they disappeared, that type of thing. Well, they're cloaking, and that's why. So I wanted to get that information out. That's what we've learned. That's just not been out there for the general public.
Now, you were a bit apprehensive about talking about sources for this information. You're not willing to go on the record in terms of anywhere that there's perhaps this information in any kind of records or depository or anything like that.
This information has not been brought forth from the intelligence agencies as of yet. It may be forthcoming. I think the reason they don't want you to know is that I think there's a lot of reasons. I won't speculate on why, but I will say this. I think that if they wanted to harm us, they could have done it a long time ago because they've been with us forever. So I wouldn't worry about them harming you, but I would worry about the fact that they may be in the room with you right now and you don't see them. And that would explain a lot of things and possibly in your life when you hear sounds, for example, and you can't explain them. So I'm not going to speculate because I don't know why there's, I don't know why they wouldn't come forth except I think possibly people's sanity. You know, if you saw the aliens and you saw them around you, but I don't know. All I know is that they're cloaking, they're here. We don't know how many. We can speculate there's a lot more than you would anticipate. And of course, the second thing is I wanted to mention the source of energy and why we can't quite fathom how they can move so fast. And those are the two things that I wanted to get out there. I just wanted to get it out to the public, and it would help resolve or help find solutions to some of the puzzles that are out there if you know those two little components.
Is there anything more you can tell us about the types?
Well, from what I understand, there are four types of aliens. There's reptilians,